Right now at 6, the fight for abortion rights continues. The latest from today's protest in downtown Madison. Plus, the Bucks returned to Milwaukee for Game 3, but was the home cooking enough to get past the Celtics today? And a major project is opened on UW-Madison's campus. Why students say its legacy will last for generations. That's all coming up at 6. It's been less than just 1 week since a draft day Supreme Court decision that would overturn Roe v. Wade and make abortions in Wisconsin illegal was leaked. Today in Madison, hundreds of people turned up for the second time this week to stand up for abortion. Members of the Socialist Feminist Collective say they organized today's rally to give people a space to process this news. At the event, speakers took turns sharing their experiences with abortion and perspectives on this potential decision.
We need an outlet for the many intense emotions that the leak decision sparked in so many people who care deeply about abortion rights and bodily autonomy.
Organizers say the rally was also a way to get people to know each other. They're hoping to inspire the community to get energized for the fight for abortion rights. Pro-choice rallies were also being held across the country today, including Chicago, where Illinois' governor actually took the mic. We're going to hear from him on what he had to say if this means the end for Roe v. Wade later tonight on News 3 Now at 10. And as we continue to learn much more about this draft opinion and what it means for the future of our country, be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for the latest developments. To the NBA playoffs and a beautiful day to check out the Deer District in Milwaukee. The Bucks return for the first time in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Celtics today, and they did not disappoint. It was a wild finish inside the Fiserv Forum as the Celtics just couldn't get a last-second tip-in on time. Giannis added 42 points today, while Drew Holiday had 25 himself. Sports anchor Jordan Reed will have full highlights coming up in sports. New tonight, the DNR says that fire danger is very high across the state this weekend. While Dane and Rock counties are at a moderate risk, much of our viewing area is actually at high or very high risk. The DNR says it has responded to 265 wildfires so far this year. Most of them were debris burning, which is the top cause for wildfires. And you're definitely going to need to be careful out there this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti is outside, and he has your certified most accurate forecast.
Of course, we don't want rain for Mother's Day. That would be nice to keep things dry, but the U.S. Drought Monitor released on Thursday shows abnormally dry conditions in the southern part of the state, but that's mainly a long-term type thing just for lake levels and river levels. We actually have had a fair amount of moisture here in the southern part of the state. In fact, over the last 7 days, much of the far southern third of the Wisconsin has seen somewhere between about a ½ inch and an inch of rain. Northern parts of the state, less than that. And again, this is over the last 7 days. Take a look at the last 4 days. Little or no precipitation across much of the state other than the far southeastern portion of the state. So, as the grasses start to green up and then dry out because of the lack of rain over a few-day period, that's why the wildfire danger is so high. Doppler track right now, free of precipitation across the state. I think much of the day tomorrow should be dry as well. But with that dry air, we also had plenty of sunshine. Take a look at visible cloud track. Almost completely clear of clouds across Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning started out in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. High temperatures so far today, upper 60s. A few places out to the west have hit the 70-degree mark. Madison right now still at 67 degrees. Temperatures are cooler closer to Lake Michigan because of a lake breeze there, only in the 50s in Milwaukee. By tomorrow morning, we'll drop to about 44. Skies turn partly cloudy here in town. Tomorrow, we'll look for a mostly cloudy Mother's Day. It also will be windy. There could be a chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the day or at night, but most areas will stay dry, high at 64. I'll look at the Mother's Day forecast in more detail and a big warm-up next week in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Gary. If you do have outdoor Mother's Day plans, make sure you have our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has the hourly forecast and the latest radar. It's free and available in the App Store. A Rock County man was arrested on suspicion of his 8th OWI yesterday in the town of Beloit. Police say that this happened early yesterday morning when the man's car hit a tree. The car crossed over lanes on a road before landing in an embankment. The man was found unconscious in his car. He's currently in the hospital being treated for his injuries. Since he hasn't been formally charged in court, our policy here at News 3 Now is to not name the suspect. And tonight we're continuing our coverage of how policies that newsrooms set can affect lives for years, even after small mistakes are gone. Here at News 3 Now, we're rolling out a completely new policy. It's a framework where people can apply to have their names or photos removed from our old articles. The director of the UW Center for Journalism Ethics tells us that this is a long-awaited policy that the news industry is, in general, just slowly adopting to.
We have trust building to do in news. It's really important work to be done. And if we're seen as siloed and not responding to people's concerns and questions, that's going to damage trust, not build trust.
The framework is limited. It applies to people with those records that have been expunged, who are named in accusations that weren't charged with, or for very minor crimes. That form is available on channel3000.com/removal. And for the larger conversation with Kathleen about how the digital era has changed newsroom responsibility, that's on For the Record with Naomi Coles tomorrow morning at 10:30. Next tonight, it was more than a year ago when leaders at UW-Madison broke ground on a new big project, a plaza to honor the legacy of the university's black fraternities and sororities. Today, that project is finally completed. Samantha Benish joins us now with much more.
Friends, alumni, and supporters came out to celebrate this historic achievement, but organizers say that this is just the first step in increasing black visibility on campus.
Well, today, we're here celebrating a really big moment, really, for the campus and for the Black Greek community.
When Israel Obi was a freshman at UW-Madison, he felt out of place.
It felt kind of lonely, and I didn't really have a support system.
It was then that he discovered the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, a black Greek organization.
They just really brought me in and were really kind to me.
The legacy of black sororities and fraternities has gone largely unknown at UW, but today that changed.
It means a lot that we finally get something like this on campus to finally represent who we are.
9 plaques set up in the heart of campus were unveiled to members, alumni, and staff.
On the plaques, we will see history of when we were founded nationally, which is the early 1900s.
They represent our time and commitment to this campus and to especially our organizations.
It took 75 years to have physical representation of these organizations on campus.
It is critical that this campus creates spaces where people can see themselves and be themselves.
But now they're able to have their voices heard.
But this is a great chance for the university to kind of show we do know you, we do see you, and you are cared for.
And the legacy of these organizations are on display for every student who passes by.
You know, we worked hard to improve our visibility on campus, and now we have a big thing here of visibility.
So a freshman never has to feel unwelcome or unseen again.
I'm glad that my future members, any future members of NPHT, get to experience this on this campus.
This project has been 3 years in the making. Organizers tell me that they're excited for the lasting impact it will have on campus.
All right, thanks so much, Sam. More news from the UW tonight. A form to offer feedback on candidates to become the next chancellor is now closed. The form closed this afternoon after each of the 5 candidates spent a day answering questions this week in the union. Outgoing Chancellor Rebecca Blank will be leaving May 31st to become the president at Northwestern. The smell is going away, and so is its bloom. Ahead at 6, an update from the Old Brick Gardens on how much longer you'll have a chance to check out the corpse flower. And tonight at 10, we're going to have the latest headlines from Eastern Europe and show you what a local group is doing this weekend to support Ukrainians forced to leave their country. Those stories and much more tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchenwald.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you... Line?
Need.
Action.
Cut. You can't say that.
Sorry. Is this where they're going to put the Statue of Liberty? Liberty... Are we married to Mutual?
Cut.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
It's been the hottest ticket in town this week, but time is running out to see the corpse flower at the Olbert Gardens. The garden said that the bloom was closing up this morning, and the smell isn't nearly as strong as it was just a few days ago. Officials expect it to collapse pretty soon. The garden will be open from 10 until 4 tomorrow for anyone still interested in checking it out. There's a chance you've heard the story about Baby Girl, a dog recently abandoned at a fire hydrant in Green Bay. Now we know her whole story and why the dog's owner was forced to leave her friends behind. Kaylin Schumacher reports.
After pleading with animal shelters too full to take in any more dogs,
I called, oh God, 7 Paw. I called like everybody to see if I could give her up. You know, will somebody please take her?
And going door to door looking for someone to take in Baby Girl. The owner says leaving her on the fire hydrant was the hardest thing she's ever done. She's asked to remain anonymous because the story has received nationwide attention, and she fears retaliation from the backlash of people upset with the photo.
I begged the animal shelter to please take her in. I'm surrendering her. I don't have an option. I don't have a choice. And they would not take her. They gave me a date. You can bring her in on the 12th.
Currently living on the street and also going through chemotherapy, the owner says waiting until the 12th wasn't going to work.
I said, I don't have an option right now. I'm on the streets. I need to surrender her.
Leading her to call police for an emergency anonymous surrender.
I said, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I called everyone, and that was the last option, was call the police.
While Baby Girl was tied to the fire hydrant, her owner tells me she was just down the block, watching to make sure that her little dog was still okay.
It was the worst thing. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life.
It's a sight she says she'll never forget.
When I put her on the hydrant, I just saw her face. That she was like, Mom, what's going on here?
And a feeling she'll never get over.
She was my life. But I know she's going to be in a better place. I do.
Today, the owner just wants what's best for Baby Girl.
I hope she finds a fantastic family. She deserves it.
And hopes that people will understand she tried to do the right thing.
Just forgive me. And bless Baby Girl.
All right, some good news to this pretty sad story. Baby Girl will be up for adoption soon, but for now, she's getting a lot of attention and love from people at the Humane Society. Summer is right around the corner, but coming up at 6, why some leaders in Milwaukee are asking people to stay away from one of the city's most popular beaches. Plus, with summer-like temps just days away, Gary's going to be back with a 10-day forecast right after the break.
Take the guesswork out of designing your new room with our Decorating Solutions design service. Our designers can help you with everything from basic suggestions to a complete room refresh. And during our Mother's Day sale, get a $100, $200, or $400 Steinhafels gift certificate when you purchase a Decorating Solutions design package. Plus, save 35 to 50% store-wide. Give Mom what she really wants, a new room. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with a replacement you can trust.
It's great.
That service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace. Hitting the road without T-Mobile makes as much sense as taking a family road trip in a covered wagon.
Are we gonna have coverage on this trip?
Oh, we'll be covered. T-Mobile 5G covers more highway miles in America, leaving Verizon in the dust. Head out on the highway with the most 5G coverage in America.
Where am I supposed to plug this in?
More 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Life doesn't stop for diabetes. Be ready for every moment with Glucerna. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand that's scientifically designed to help manage your blood sugar. Live every moment. Glucerna.
We've got your back, road warriors. Because we know you want to get back to going your speed. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. Soon, you'll get back to skipping the counter without missing a beat. Back to choosing any car in the aisle. Back to being the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
At Johnsonville, we ask crazy questions every day. Like, what if we made strips of sausage that look like bacon? Would they taste better than bacon? Turns out 1 in 4 Americans like Johnsonville sausage strips better than bacon. Then we asked, can someone who likes sausage strips better than bacon still be considered American? Then we remembered. You can't spell sausage without USA. Johnsonville sausage strips, better than bacon, and possibly more American.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Summer is right around the corner, and one of Milwaukee's busiest beaches is opening today for the season, but there's one problem. There's not going to be any lifeguards again for the 3rd year in a row. Here's that story.
Beach lifeguards are very much of a specialty, and we just don't have any at this time that we can safely watch and maintain Bradford Beach.
It's a problem across the country. According to the American Lifeguard Association, the shortage could shut down 1/3 of public pools in the U.S. this summer. In Milwaukee County, their goal was to hire 200 or more lifeguards this year. They increased the pay to starting over $15 an hour, but that didn't do much.
We have trouble. We only have 60 people hired.
Compare that to 2021, when the county had recruited less than 100 lifeguards. The county was forced to close 8 of its 12 pools and leave beaches unsupervised.
I'm having my fellow colleagues on the board all wanting to open up their pools and their areas, but we don't have guards.
Posing a huge safety risk, with drowning being one of the leading causes of death for children, according to the CDC. For Misha Foster, she's constantly on the lookout for her 6-year-old who doesn't know how to swim well.
Yeah, I think anywhere. I would love for anywhere I go to have lifeguards. I mean, I feel like it's just kind of like a mandatory thing.
We have to get a critical mass of people who know it from somewhere else, come together, and then we can start teaching it and hire the right people.
The county is still hiring until July, but applicants must be previously trained. Officials are also asking people who don't know how to swim not to go into the lake. Meanwhile, beaches here in Madison won't be open until at least Memorial Day. In more local news tonight, trout fishing season is here, and that means that Trout Days in Cross Plains is also here. In its 37th year, Trout Days is a celebration for fishers and outdoor enthusiasts. Today's event featured a fishing contest, live music, and a wine walk. Trout Days is also an educational opportunity for folks to learn about trout fishing and all the natural resources surrounding Black Earth Creek. It was a beautiful day outside, wasn't it, Gary?
It was. Temperatures were in the upper 60s to around 70. We had lots of sunshine. Question is, will this hold for tomorrow, Mother's Day? Well, let's take a look at the Mother's Day forecast. I'm looking for high temperatures still in the middle 60s. Possibility for a late afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but I think most of us will stay dry. So keep your fingers crossed, but I think things will work out pretty well there. You can see on Doppler track, no precipitation whatsoever across the state. There's hardly a cloud around here, but there are some showers, even some thunderstorms through the Dakotas back into Nebraska. Even even the threat for some severe weather tonight there. Those are the showers and thunderstorms that'll move eastward toward us, but at this point it looks like they'll be weakening because the air still across Wisconsin is fairly dry. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a windy and mild day for Mother's Day with highs in the mid-60s. Again, a slight chance for a late afternoon or nighttime shower or thunderstorm, but temperatures definitely warming up for this week. Look for for next week. Look for high temperatures in the upper 70s from Monday, and then probably low to mid 80s from Tuesday through Friday, and upper 70s for Saturday of next weekend. So we'll see the warm conditions. We'll also see a little more humidity as well. Temperatures right now very comfortable here, mid to upper 60s across the state, a few 70s over southwestern Wisconsin, growing area of 70s and 80s out to the west of us. But as you look at weather track, you can see a cold front that's generating some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now this front really is not very strong, but it's enough to generate a couple of showers and thunderstorms. But the air across Wisconsin is still pretty dry, so you can see what happens on future track. Those showers and thunderstorms move eastward by tomorrow morning, moving through Minnesota and Iowa. But watch what happens as they head into Wisconsin. Poof, they just kind of fizzle out. So again, you can't rule out a chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but the better chances are going to stay out to the west of us. That will happen again on Monday into Monday night. More showers and storms developing out there. They'll be lifting northeastward. Most of the day Monday should be dry with temperatures in the upper 70s thanks to strong southerly winds, but this front could generate a shower or thunderstorm sometime late Monday night into Tuesday, so that bears some watching. Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms for that time. Look for a high temperature tomorrow of 64 for Mother's Day. Again, can't rule out a late afternoon shower or thunderstorm. It'll be fairly windy. For Mother's Day itself, by noontime, mainly dry, but again, a shower or thunderstorm chance mainly in the afternoon into tomorrow night. Most of the time it'll be dry with comfortable temperatures. Again, we're in the 80s as we head from Tuesday through Friday, near 80 on Monday and also on Saturday. There'll be some shower or thunderstorm chances almost every day, but most of the time it'll be dry. This is more of a summertime pattern where you see the hit and miss showers and storms. Some people get heavy downpours and other people miss out on the rain altogether.
Today really felt like a breath of fresh air, though. I mean, you go outside this morning, it was beautiful.
Well, after such a cloudy, cool spring, it's nice to see some sunshine and get milder conditions.
We definitely earned it. Thanks so much, Gary.
You're welcome.
All right, Game 3 kept Bucs fans on the edge of their seats today. We're going to have all of the highlights of the Deers' gritty win coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Hey, everybody, who's coming to the big show? Meet me at Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Oakshot Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells for an all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway June, The Mascot Theory, and Beth Killyman. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit vetaidwi.com for more details.
It's still the Eat Fresh Refresh, which means Subway's up in their bread game. We're talking artisan Italian bread, baked fresh daily. The only thing fresher than that bread is the guy reading this. Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing and refreshing and
Even liberal fact checkers say Democrats have repeatedly lied about me. Now they distorted my record on the tax relief I got for more than 90% of American businesses. The truth is, because of my efforts, small businesses like these on Main Street were able to stay competitive with the big guys. I held firm so that all businesses got tax cuts, allowing them to grow and create good-paying jobs. I'm Ron Johnson. and I approve this message.
Are you looking for a new pantry staple? I sit down with Dr. Shaw tomorrow morning to learn all about functional sodas.
And our Mother's Day is going to be relatively nice, but we're keeping our eye on severe weather potential. We'll have this and more from 6:30 to 8 Sunday morning.
Protect home court. That's the message and mentality that the Bucks have as they bring the series with the Celtics back to Milwaukee. It's all tied up at 1, and the teams have had 3 days to rest and regroup. Well, it's showing for Boston early. They lead 50-46 at halftime, but the Bucks come storming out of halftime, and when I say that, I mean Drew Holiday. He just can't miss in the third quarter. That helps the Bucks reestablish their presence, but their once 14-point lead, that quickly fades. Down to the final seconds in this one, Giannis bullies his way in for the lead. That's just 2 of his game-high 42 points. Holiday follows it up with an insurance bucket, and there you have it. The Bucks hold on and win 103-101. Giannis with another double-double, 42 points and 12 boards as Holiday scores 25. The Bucks take a 2-1 series lead with Game 4 on Monday. Since 2016, Greg Gard and his wife Michelle have raised over $5 million for cancer research through their annual fundraiser, Guarding Against Cancer. And after not being able to hold the event in person for the last 2 years, it finally returned to the Kohl Center this afternoon in full swing. Of course, the theme, Kentucky Derby. Hundreds of people showed up and showed out, all in support of raising awareness and money for cancer research. And it's a cause that is very close to Gard's heart. 7 years ago, he lost his father to cancer, and recently his mother was diagnosed with cancer. So to see the support pour in from across the state year after year means everything.
It hits home. And I think when people can see that see something tangible from it. Obviously, Michelle and I have been able to, along with our team from Carbone, have been able to travel around the state and visit different people, but also we've been able to put some money to work in different places aside from the Carbone Center. And when they can see that right in their backyard, helping patients, that really, I think, is a tangible way to show that you are for real in this fight with them.
Game 2 of the Badgers' final regular season series, Michigan took Game 1 last night, and they keep that momentum going. With a runner on, the Wolverines are able to drive it in 1 run early on in this game. Well, later, they jump to a 3-0 lead, but Kayla Conway gets the Badgers on the board, a solo shot to left to cut the lead to just 2 runs. But the Wolverines capitalize in the final inning to win this one 6-1. Series finale is set for tomorrow at noon.
Boy, that was a fun Bucks game today, huh?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think it had everyone on the edge of their seats. No joke.
Yeah, you can hear the screaming in the newsroom.
Yes, you could.
But Gary, the Bucks game was a great ending. Our weather's pretty good too.
Yeah, not a bad weekend. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Lots of sunshine. About time we had another day like this. We haven't seen very many this spring. There are some showers and thunderstorms back in the Dakotas into Nebraska. Some of those could reach us late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, but they will be weakening as they head in our direction. Right now, comfortable 67 in Madison, some 70s out to the west. Notice cooler in the Deer District, only mid-50s in Milwaukee there after the celebration. Temperatures tonight dropping to about 44 in Madison. Look for cloudy skies tomorrow. Maybe a late day shower or thunderstorm into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high at 64, but then winds kick in out of the south on Monday. Highs upper 70s Monday, mid-80s Tuesday. Some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms those days. A couple of chances for rain beyond that, but temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s into next weekend.
All right, Gary, thanks so much. And thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tonight at 10.